Namaskar. Today I am here with a new video. I am going to discuss a topic about class 12 continuity and differentiability chapter. So, due to coronavirus situation, so in our country, so many problem arise. Our schools, college, etc. Everything are closed due to this situation. So I think how to help our student by giving some concept in online mode. So I prepared some video in previous year also I made some video. Again I will try to make some video. You try to see the video up to last. So if any doubt, if any improvement required, you can suggest in my comment box. And today I will going to discuss very important things which is related to your differentiability chapter. Okay, so let's I will start the class. So if you not subscribe my channel, please subscribe my channel. So if you subscribe my channel or if you comment, and then I will happy to make another video. And I also minimize my error, and if you find the error, then I will minimize the error. And this is my just steps to improve myself also, how to improve our student also, how to they deal with mathematics. And due to this situation, they are at home, offline classes are totally closed, so therefore in online mode some online lecture, online topic discussion is required. So that's why I am thinking to give some video. So you try to see the video up to last. Okay, one by one I will give another video. Okay, now I will start my class. Differentiability, the definition. Suppose we are considering f is a real function. So f is a real function. So the derivative of f at x is defined as f dash of x is equal to limit x tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So this is from your first principle of derivative. So already you have learned in class 11 about the derivative of a function. So f dash x equal to, this is we have to we take the derivative with respect to x. Okay, so therefore f dash x equal to limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. By applying this concept, we can find derivative of any function. Okay, so some note I have given here. Suppose let x equal to a, we are considering a point at x equal to a. So what will be the right hand limit or left hand derivative and right hand derivative according to the left hand limit and left hand right hand limit. So we here also will get the derivative, left hand or right hand derivative. So right hand derivative we can consider like that, r f dash of a is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of a plus h. So when we consider the right hand limit, so we are in place of x we are considering a and a similar function. For left hand limit we are considering like that, in place of this x plus h we are considering a minus h and divided by minus h. So this is the definition about the definition of left hand derivative, and this is the definition for right hand derivative. Okay, so now the derivative can be denoted as in another symbol also. Suppose f dash x dy dx y dash or y1. So in any notation we can denote a derivative. Okay, so there are some properties about the derivative. So suppose d dx of sum of two function u plus minus v. So how can we break this one? How we find the derivative of these two addition of two function? So just we take the derivative and separate the term, that is du by dx plus minus dv by dx. Whether it is plus in some case it will be minus. Okay, so now for number d dx of ub. So d dx of ub, this is the product of two function. The product of two function, how can we find? So first function you are considering u be the first function and v be the second function. So first function into derivative of the second function plus second function into derivative of the first function. So this is known as product rule. So if you take example, then it will understand. Already you know this method, product rule. In class 11 already we discussed this one. Okay. Similarly, 5 number you see d dx of u by v. This is the question or rational question rule. So u by v. So you consider this is your first function and this is your second function. So second function in the denominator is squared. The v square in the above second function into derivative of first function minus first function into derivative of second function. This is about your question rule. So these are the three important rule for derivative. So you have to remember this one. By anywhere we will apply this one. Okay, actually you see by applying first order derivative we can find a derivative of a function, but by applying direct formula we can also find the derivative. Okay, so now we will discuss some formula related to derivative. Now we will discuss the formula, some about some formula of derivative. So d dx of x to the power n. So this is the formula. So x n into x to the power n minus 1 you will get. Just you take the power to in front and you make one power less, that is x to the power n minus 1. The d dx of sin x, that is cos x. d dx of cos x will be minus of sin x. d dx of tan x, that will be sec square x. d dx of log x you will get 1 by x. d dx of e to the power x you will get e to the power x. d dx of sin twice x you will get 2 into cos twice x. Actually here we apply the chain rule. So chain rule, that means suppose in the function in place of x other function is there, so we have to apply the chain rule. Okay, so there are so many formulas. So okay, just for the first exercise I am taking some these formulas. Whenever we need another formula we will discuss. Okay, so so for understanding some question I have I'll do here. So in question number in exercise 5.2, first question is given, find the derivative of the following function with respect to x. So we have to differentiate with respect to x. So therefore sin x square plus 5 we differentiate this one by with respect to x, that is d dx of sin x square plus 5. So now according to the formula of sin of x, that will be the cos of x. Whatever it is given in the bracket, you forget that one. Just you remember what is the formula for sin of some function. Sin of x, that is will be cos x. So now in place of x it is given x square plus 5. So we have to again differentiate this one by applying the chain rule. So d dx of x square plus 5. So now cos into x square, cos of x square plus 5, it is okay. Now you differentiate this one. Here addition of two function. So if you differentiate x square with respect to x, then you will get twice x. And if you differentiate 5 with respect to x, that will be 0. That means differentiation of constant term is 0. So after differentiating, your result is twice x, means your final result will be in x. So that's why we are ending here. Here we end the chain rule. Okay. Now you simplify, twice x equal to cos x square plus 5. Okay. Similarly, second question, question number 2, cos of sin x. So here d dx of what? Cos of sin x. So we know what is the formula for cos of x, that will be the minus of sin x. So minus of sin of x. So now here in place of x it is given sin x. So you find the derivative again. So d dx of sin x. Okay. So next see. So minus sin of sin x. So derivative of sin x you will get cos x. So this is the differentiation of this function. Okay. Similarly, 3 number you see sin ax plus b. Same process, d dx of sin sin ax plus b. So sin x differentiation will be cos of x. So that is cos ax plus b. So again you have to differentiate this one, ax plus b, that will be result will be a, because differentiation of ax will be a and b will be 0. So your result will be cos of ax plus b into a. So that means a into cos of ax plus b. This is about your question number 3. So now we will discuss question number, suppose 5. Question number 5, you see. Question number 5, what is given, you see. So it is given sine of ax plus b divided by cos of cx plus d. It is given. Okay. So now we have to differentiate with respect to x, that is that ddx of this one. So sine ax plus b divided by cos of cx plus d. This is given. Okay. So here you see, this is the question function. We will apply this formula, ddx of what? U by v. So u by v, that is v square v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx. We will apply this formula. So here also same process. So your denominator is this cos, so you put cos of x, cos square cx plus d. Okay, or you can write in this way square. Okay, no problem, you apply this one. Okay, so now the second function is your cos cx plus d, differentiation of your first function sine of ax plus b, next minus first function into differentiation of your second function is cos of cx plus d. Okay, like that. Just u v into ddx of u minus u into ddx of v, like that. Okay, so your denominator is okay. So your denominator part is cos of cx plus d. So what will be the result? This is okay. Now you see cos of cx plus d, it is okay. Now what will be the derivative of this one? Sine of x, differentiation of sine x, you will get cos ax plus b. If you differentiate again ax, then you will get a. So here result will be a. Now here minus sine of ax plus b. So our differentiation of cos x, this will be the minus what? Minus sine of cx plus d. And again if you differentiate this cx, you will get c. Okay, so what will be the final result? First we find out. So cos of cx plus d whole square, and here you will get a into cos of cx plus d and cos of ax plus b minus this minus will be plus. So here you will get c into sine of ax plus b and sine into cx plus d. So now we will simplify here. Now you see here square term, so this will be cancelled. So here what will be the result? If you divide this one, you will get a into cos of ax plus b divided by, you will get cos of cx plus d, because you see here two term of same factor. So here this one same, so you can cancel, and here what will be the result? Plus c. So now you see, okay, we cannot cancel here. Here sine of ax plus b, it is okay, and sine of cx plus d, it is also okay. So you make this one like that. You take cos of cx plus d one extra, and here you write one extra. Okay, because if you take square, then you will get this one. Okay, now you see. So here a into cos, it is okay. Now you see what will be the cos of x, 1 by cos x, that will be sec x. You can write to cx plus d according to the trigonometry. So here you see c. So sine you write same. Now cos x, 1 by cos x, you will get sec of cx plus d. Next sin x by cos x, they are similar, so you will get tan x. So this is your result. Okay, Very simple. Just we simplify here. Sin ax plus b we are taking same, and you see sin x by cos x, that will be 10x, and 1 by cos x, that is sec x. Okay, this is in this way we simplify. Okay, here we apply the what question rule. Okay, next question number 8, it is given okay, 8 I will do. 8 it is given cos of root over x. So here ddx of cos of root over x. Okay, so first we have to find out the formula for cos x. So formula for differentiation of cos x will be the minus of sin x. Okay, so again you have to differentiate this root over x. Okay, minus of sin root over x. So ddx of, so x to root over x, so to root over x we can write in this way, x to the power half. Okay, so now minus sin of root over x. So x to the power half, differentiation of that formula, ddx of x to the power n, that is n into x to the power n minus 1. So we will apply here that one. So 1 by 2 will be, and here x to the power 1 by 2 minus 1. Okay, so here our derivative is over. So minus sin of root over x, and here you will get 1 by 2, x to the power 1 by 2 minus 1, you will get x to the power minus 1 by 2. That means here you will get minus 1 by 2 sin of root over x, and this will be, you will get x to the power root over x. Okay, that means you will get 1 by x to the power 1 by 2. That means 1 by x to the power root over x. That is, so finally you will get minus sin root over x by 2 root over x. So this is your result. Okay, sin root over x by 2 root over x. Okay, so there are another 2 questions we will discuss in the next class. Okay, up to here today only. Thank you.